Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having an awesome day today. Today's video is going to be a story time video because I know y'all like my little story times or whatever. So this video is going to be about the time that I was caught smoking on campus. So yeah, this video, I'm not going to make this one a long video because it's really not that long, but yeah, so we're just gonna get into it and let's just get started. So this video starts off with me. This was my senior year in high school. This is when I went to Reagan. A lot of y'all know the backstory between my schools because of my my love trilogy videos. So, and if you don't know about those, I will link them down in the description bar. They're really cute, so check them out. Anyway, so this starts off my senior year at Reagan, and this was lunch. So this was, okay, so I think I was in my second, I had to be in my second period, and this was math 2. I know what you're thinking, bitch, why were you a senior and taking math 2? If you are still in high school, pay very attention to what I'm about to say. If you fail a class, you don't just fail it and that's the fuck it. No, that's what I thought. Because the reason I had to take math 2 was because I failed geometry, which I was supposed to pass in 10th grade, my sophomore year. If you don't pass a class and you want to graduate, you have to retake that class. Like there are certain credits and certain classes that you have to take in order to get your diploma. Well, in my county it was. So I had been to like I think I went to like 5 different high schools throughout my whole entire high school like years or whatever. I went to like 5 different high schools. So the credits, and a lot of them were in like different cities. Like 2 of them were in different cities. 1 of them was in a different county. So it varies from county to county, like how credits work, how classes work, so on and so forth. So I ended up having to go back to Reagan. I absolutely hated Reagan High School. I hated Reagan High School because the staff was racist. Well, not all the staff. Not all the staff was racist. Not all the staff was racist. But my principal most definitely was. And because I went there my freshman year, he had already known me. And I think my freshman year, this bitch had fucking suspended me for cyberbullying. Bitch, what? First of all, how can I be expelled from school for something that didn't happen at school? And then number 2, bitch, I wasn't cyberbullying. I'm not gonna go like deep into the story, but basically, I don't want y'all to like think like, oh well, what was the reason? Like, cyberbullying is a big deal, and it is a big deal. I'm not, taking away from that or whatever, but I don't say it was cyberbullying because we were not talking about her. We were not like saying she was ugly. We weren't saying nothing about her. But basically what me and Mariah said, we used to have this little Facebook show. It's deleted. Don't try to look it up. It's gone. It's dead. Don't try to look it up. But me and my best friend Mariah used to have this little Facebook show called the M&A Show. And every day after school, we would like get off and just like, just little like 5-minute videos or whatever. And just talk about bullshit. And then like our friend Kathleen at the time, she had an iPhone, so she was the only one of our friends that had an iPhone. I think it was like an iPhone 4 or something like that. It had to be because we were in 9th grade. So she had like an iPhone 4, and she would just like record us or whatever. And then the girl and her boyfriend, like the girl we were talking about, her boyfriend used to ride our bus. And so they would always just like make out like super loud, like super loud. And if you've ever ridden the school bus, the school bus in itself is loud. So if I can hear you over the natural sounds of the school bus, you're loud. So me and her were just saying like, oh, whenever she kissed her boyfriend, it sounds like 2 asses slapping together. And then we did like this. We was like, when she kissed her boyfriend, it sounded like 2 asses slapping together. And we started doing like, bitch, that's funny. Like, that's not a big deal. Like, we weren't talking about you. Like, we weren't saying you and your boyfriend are an ugly couple. We didn't say you guys are gross or disgusting. We said when you kiss, it sounds really loud, because it is, and it sounds like asses slapping together, and it does. So apparently she went to the school, complained. He suspended me for cyberbullying. He made Mariah get on a different bus, and like that was gonna do anything. But yeah. So anyway, back to the present, well, the past present. So I'm in my Math 2 class, and me and this girl, and I used to leave to go to lunch all the time because I had a car in school. So I'm not eating that bullshit. I'm not. So I would leave all the time, like all the time. So this one time in particular, this girl, I said I was going to go smoke. And I used to skip school to go smoke all the time. Like, I literally almost didn't graduate because of that bullshit. So when I say don't be like me, I'm for real. Like, that ass, don't be like me, bitch. So I think I told her I was, or I had told her that I'd be going to go smoke on my lunch break. Or I'd just be leaving and, you know, going to go hang out with my friends. Because, bitch, after my first 2 classes, like, I'm already present for the day, so I'm gonna go. And I think my third period was something like, it couldn't have been an important class. I think it was like writing or something. And then my 4th period class was basically like my first period class, just all over again. So I used to never go. And she used to always be so pissed because I would be there for first period and then wouldn't be there for 4th period. So, and then she would always ask me the next day, where were you yesterday? Where were you? And I would always have to come up with some bullshit like, I would always come up with some bullshit. So this time in particular, mind you, this girl is actually in 10th grade. Like, she's actually in this class. Like, I'm just taking this class so I can have enough credits to graduate. She is actually taking this class. Like, she's in 10th grade. So she just took it upon herself to try to be cool, try to be like me, want to hang out. Mind you, she's a white girl. So, well, she was one of them white girls that think they black, but not. So, yeah. So she thought she was going to try to be cool and was like, hey, I got something, like, if you want to go in the parking lot or whatever. Like, we can't leave, but, you know, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, what is it? So she showed it to me. It's like a little pill bottle. And I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even know what it was. Like, but I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll see it when we get to the car. Like, she shook it up, like, when it was in there. So I figured it was weed. So went to the car, went to my car or whatever. She pulls it out. It's just like a little baby ass clip. Like, it's not even like a blunt, y'all. Like, I'm sitting here thinking like this bitch finna smoke me out. Like, she acting all giddy and shit. Like, bitch, this little baby ass clip, like, we is not gonna get high off this. Like, there's no point in us doing this. But whatever, I could use the buzz. So I'm not trying to get high. I just use a little buzz, whatever. So threw the shit, ate out my car, ended up going back in school. So when we was going back in school, for some reason, one of the principals, because they used to just roam. So we only had one real principal. I don't remember his name. We only had one principal, but there was like hella vice principals. Like, I think there was like 3 or 4 or 5 vice principals. So, and they used to just be roaming and shit. So I remember Miss Bitch Ass Miller, and I'm gonna say their name because I don't care. So Miss Bitch Ass Miller, she was roaming or whatever. She grabbed, should I say her name? I'm just gonna call her Amber. I don't know. I'm just gonna call her Amber. So she had grabbed Amber or whatever, and was like, you come with me, because we were late. Like, the bell had just rung, but we were right in the hallway of our class. So I'm like, you know, she was like, come here. And then I was like, do you need to grab me too? Because I was asking, like, you know, what is it? Cause we're both late. So I'm like, you know, do you need to grab me too? She's like, no, go ahead. And I'm like, okay. So whoop-de-whoop, finished the class, This day, I wasn't even planning on skipping. Like, I wasn't even planning on skipping. I was planning on being there for the whole day. So I was going on to my 3rd period class, and right when I got there, my principal, Mr. Bitch Ass Yule, and I'm gonna say his name because I don't care, Mr. Bitch Ass Yule was standing in the door. When I see him, I'm like, God damn, he's here for me. There's no one else he could possibly be here for. He's here for me. As usual. Like, this man he would never, like, you know how you can intercom, hey, Asia Rose, can you come to Mr. Yule's office? Whatever. He would never do that. Like, he had to come find me, come pull me out of class, like some big dramatic, like, scene. Like, he would have to just see me face to face and pull me out of class. So I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. So he's like, can you follow me? I'm like, all right, whatever. Follow the man. We get up there, and Miss Miller is in his office. So I'm like, what the hell is this bitch doing here? Like, you're not even my principal. Like, what are you doing here? So I'm already over the bullshit because I'm like, I know this is gonna be some shit. I know why I'm in here, because why else would she be in here and she just grabbed Amber and then, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it when it's like that. I'll just keep it behind my shoulder. But so yeah, I'm like, why is Miss Miller in here? Whoop de whoop, whatever. So then he's like, straight up, like he just asked me, he was like, were you smoking in the parking lot today? And I literally almost busted out laughing. Like, I wasn't high or nothing because it was only a baby ass clip. It wasn't enough for me to get high. So I just almost started laughing because I was like, wow, this bitch really snitched and it was her fucking weed. But all right, I'm about to play this game. I was like, no, I wasn't. And then he was like, oh, really? I was like, really, really? And then he was like, oh, can I go through your book bag? I was like, yeah. So then Miss Miller starts going through my book bag. Miss Miller, this bitch is not even my damn principal. Like, I'm truly confused on why she is here. So I'm like, whatever. You're not going to find shit. Go ahead. So at this point, she's like, oh my God, it smells like smoke. Like, as soon as she opened my book bag. And I was like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, I just can't fucking, like, I literally could not stand her or him. Like, I could not stand either of them. And I could not stand the receptionist, like the front desk ladies. Like, I remember one day I cussed them hoes out. I think this was the day. So, hold on. Y'all, I smoke too much. Okay. So, anyway, oh, it smells like smoke in this bag. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then he's like, they didn't find anything in my book bag, obviously, because how dumb do you think I am that I would actually carry that shit to school? And so then he was like, so if we give you a drug test, are you going to pass it? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh. I was like, I smoke weed. It just wasn't today in the parking lot. Like, I smoke, it just wasn't today and in the school parking lot. Knowing damn well I'm lying like fuck. And he was like, oh, well, Amber said that y'all were smoking in the parking lot and blah, 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 this, that, and so on and so forth. So at this point, I'm like, wow, so this bitch really was snitching. And it wasn't even my weed. Like, it was my car, yeah, but it wasn't even my weed. So then I'm like, oh, bitch, you got me fucked up. You let me tell my side of the fucking story. You tell on yourself. You don't fucking tell on me. You tell on you. You let me do what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I'm like, oh no, it wasn't mine. But I mean, like, I did let her smoke it in my car and I did go in there with her, but I did not smoke just in case some bullshit like this happened. And yes, I did say bullshit because I didn't respect that man. So I used to cuss all the time. So I was like, just in case some bullshit like this happened, which I knew it would. And then he was like, oh really? So can we search your car? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So then he goes to my car, and then he has like the school resource officer with him, his bitch ass. He wasn't finna do nothing, fucking nerd ass nigga. So they follow me to my car or whatever. So they're searching my car. He's like, oh, it smells like smoke in here. I can barely breathe. And I'm just like, oh, well, get your ass out of my car then. Like, you the one offered to come here. Like, if you can't breathe, please have an asthma attack and die. Like, please. Like, y'all, I literally could not stand this man. Like, I could not stand this man. Like, I did not even shake his hand. Like, you know how you got to shake all the principal's hand in your graduation? I did not even shake his hand. Like, no, fuck you. I did not like you. I will never like you. Like, I don't respect you. None of that shit. So, anyway, so then the officer's trying to talk to me. He's like, so why do you smoke weed? And I'm like, because I like it. It's fun. I like the way it makes me feel. And he was like, and why do you want to feel like that? Because I do. Because it's fun and this is my life. You should try it sometime. Like, I'm literally like, I was such an asshole in school because I did not respect these bitches. Like, I don't respect y'all because I'm not even gonna say it. Anyway, so I'm like, you should try it sometimes. Like, hit me up when I smoke you out. Like, seriously, like to the officer, I don't give a fuck at this point because y'all pissing me off. Like, I sat here and told y'all I wasn't smoking and there's something in my fucking car. Even though I was smoking, it doesn't matter. There's something in my car. So at this point, I'm like, you should try it out. You know, hit me up one day and I'll smoke you out for free. And then he was like he just looked at me like what the fuck? Like, why would you say that? Like, and like, he's literally trying like everything. He's like, oh, this sticker is outdated on your car. Like, bitch, that's for my fucking oil change. That's my fucking oil change sticker. Why are you worried about that? Like, shit like that. And so, of course, he's not finding anything because I'm safe. I don't carry that shit in my car. Like, I don't carry grinders. Like, I don't even like carrying Rellos in my car. Like, nothing. Like, nothing is ever in my car. So, of course, he doesn't find anything weed related. But when he goes into the little middle compartmental part, like the middle where you can pull it up, he finds my knife in my car. And my knife was like, the knife was probably about like this big. And it had like a cover over it. Just, bitch, I can't carry a gun. So, my mama gave me a knife. So, he's like, oh, what is this? Like, just twirling around. He's like, is this a concealed weapon? And then I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. Is it? And then he's like, well, we're going to have to take this to the office. I'm going to have to confiscate this. And I'm like, what? Like, over a knife? Like, see, that's the shit that pissed me off. Because you can't find what you wanted to find. You can't find what you wanted. So, you just, at this point, you're trying to grab anything. Because, like, why are you looking in my trunk? Like, they was looking in my trunk. Like, all that shit. Like, bitch, who carries weed in their trunk? Nobody. Like, nobody. And so, the car I had was from my mom's boyfriend at the time. So this was his old car. He had got a new car and then he gave me this one. So he had a bunch of like old parts in there. Like, he was literally like a fucking hoarder. Like, he would just, like, his car was so messy. It was so messy when I got it. I literally just shoved everything in the trunk and I just did the best I could. So I had like old car parts and like other little shit in there. And so when they were in my trunk, he was like, oh, are these car parts stolen? Like, what are these serial numbers? Like, bitch, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you're reaching. You about to break a sweat reaching so fucking hard. Because what? So, anyway, he finds the knife or whatever. And it's like, oh, it's a concealed weapon. I don't know. You tell me. Is it? So, like, I'm such a smart ass. So, he was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to confiscate this and blah, blah, blah. This can get you 13 days and blah, blah, blah. So, I'm like, all right, bitch, whatever. So, we go back to the office. At this point, I'm pissed because it's just like, to them, it's so funny. Because to them, I'm preaching. I was not smoking. Even though I know, like, fuck, I was definitely hitting the clip. But to them, they don't fucking know that. So at this point, you're pissing me off because you don't have any proof. You don't have any evidence. But the fact that you're trying to get me on something, like, you just have to do something, is what's pissing me off. So at this point, he takes me back to the office or whatever. And he's like, yeah, that knife is 7 inches. He literally pulls out a ruler. Bitch. He pulls out a ruler, measures my knife, talking about all these different hands. I'm not even listening at this point. Like, I'm not even listening. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so he's like, so I'm only going to suspend you for 4 days, but I could have did it for 7 or 8, but I'm just going to be nice and suspend you for 4 days. And then my smart ass, I was like, don't threaten me with fun. Do what you got to do. Like, you can suspend me for a whole, however long you have to. Don't threaten me with fun. Because I'm going to be smoking on my days off. So, anyway, he's like, what? Like, why would you say that? And I'm just like, and he says something that pissed me off. I don't even fully remember what it was. But this was like the worst thing I ever did. Like, I never, like, but I was so fed up and I was so goddamn livid, y'all. I can't, and that's what makes me so mad that I can't remember what it was, because it had to be something so small. It had to be something so small, something so insignificant, but he said it to get under my skin and to get a reaction out of me, and I hate the fact that I gave him what he wanted. He didn't suspend me for extra days for this, but I'm mad that I gave him what he wanted. So I don't remember what he said, but I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I threw the pen at his bitch ass. Like, I threw the pen at him, because if you get a D1, like a detention 1 slip or a write-up slip, you have to sign the slip yourself. So they have to sign it, and you have to sign it, like, recognizing that you got this slip or whatever. So I signed the bullshit. I threw the pen at him, hit him right in his chest. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I threw the pen at his bitch ass. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Threw the pen, grabbed my book bag. I was going home. Like, he was talking about finish out the rest of the day. Bitch, fuck you. I'm going home. So I grabbed my keys or whatever. And then I hear the ladies in the front desk, like, laughing because the door was open. So basically everybody could hear what the fuck was going on. Like, he wanted everybody in the staff to know what was going on with me. Like, he wanted to taint me so bad. Like, he wanted nobody in, like, the, like, office staff, like not the teachers, but like office staff, like guidance counselors and whatnot, not to like me. But I was so fucking likable. Like, I'm so cool, I'm so positive, I have the best attitude. It's just he did not like me. I don't know why. But anyway, he had said something, and I heard the front desk ladies laughing. And so then that's what really set me off. So then I went out there and I cussed them bitches, and I was like, fuck you white pasty ass bitches. That's why y'all fucking making $13 an hour at 40 years old. And like, I'm literally like going off. And y'all, I'm never the type to talk about how much somebody is making, like never trying to make somebody feel down about themselves or anything like that, or anything, because as long as you're working, you're getting an honest living, you're doing your best, that's all that matters. But bitch, I was 17 years old. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't give a damn. Like, I was cussing them out. I left. I called my mama. Like, I called my mama crying. I called my mama crying, telling them they suspended me. And I didn't tell her. I think she knows now why I got suspended for that. I think I told her later on in life. But in that moment, like, bitch, I was not finna tell her that. I was not finna tell her that. So I was like, they went, they did a random, like, parking lot check, and I was one of the cars that was being random, that was being randized or whatever. But I didn't feel like it was being random because my principal hates me, and then he found the knife. My mom knew of the knife that was in my car. She fucking gave it to me. So she was like, and then she got mad. She's like, what? Why did he take your knife? Blah, blah, blah. This, that. So, you know, it ended up, like, being cool. Like, bitch, my suspension was easy breezy, cover girl. Like, I was literally kicking shit the whole damn time. Like, I did not care. I wished he would have suspended me for the full time that he wanted to. All that shit. But, yeah. And that's what pretty much happened. Like, afterwards, I came back to school. Like, nothing happened. I did not fuck with that bitch again. Just because I was like, you a snitch asshole. I see the type of person you are. I see the type when you get caught, you try to pull other people in your bullshit. Like, that's not cool with me. Like, none of that. Like, if me personally, if I brought the shit and I invited you to smoke or whatever, then I'm going to take full credit. Yes, it was mine. This bitch tried to say it was both of ours. Bitch, how was a clip both of ours? Mind you, I didn't tell them that. But I'm like, when they told me, I was like, what? Both of ours. Like, that's why they wanted to search my damn car. So I was like, see, when shit like that go down, you gotta watch people. Because, bitch, how the fuck are you gonna say it's both of ours? That doesn't even make no damn sense. So whenever I found that shit out, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this snitch asshole. I'm not fucking with her no more. We can be cool, cordial, whatever the case may be, but I'm not rocking with her. And that's just how it's gonna be. Period, point blank. And that's how it was, because it was just like, I can't fuck with that. I thought that was real whack. I thought that was real messed up. And then on top of the fact, like, girl, like, you invited me to smoke. Like, you was trying to smoke me out with that. And, bitch, how dare you? What kind of host are you? Like, how you going to offer to smoke somebody out and come with a baby-ass clip? What? Bitch, I would have at least, like, rather have taken, I wouldn't have minded if I was high. Like, I probably wouldn't have minded if it was some gas and she smoked me out for real, for real. Like, I probably just would have been, like, on some whatever shit. Like, it's not that big of a deal, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. But, bitch, the fact that you're going to, I couldn't even tell what kind of weed it was because you had smoked it, put it out, and brought it. I hate that. Like, I don't like when the weed has been put out, not like it goes out, but when it's been put out. Like, the ash is, like, packed in, like, the front of the blunt, and then when you smoke it, it just tastes like, I just don't like it. So, had she been a proper host, I probably wouldn't have been so blunt and so, you know, ready to fucking flip the script on her. But, I mean, whatever. You did it to me, bitch. So how does it feel? But, yeah, that's the end of this little video or whatever, this little story time. I'm going to be making more videos and doing more. Like I said, I have my trilogy coming up. I'm going to put it down, the link in the description bar. I have a couple more videos I have in store for y'all. So just, you know, keep it locked or whatever. All right, bye.